I used to think that a homesteader was a person who had lots of animals, lots of acreage, but that's just not the case. A homesteader is somebody who capitalizes on what their property has to offer. 2 years ago, I spent the better part of our spring clearing this area from overgrown brush and finding spots that got some afternoon sun. This is where for 2 years we had our garden. I know, it seems impossible. During that time, we also put in a few fire pits so that we had places that we could enjoy time together. As you can see, there's lots of fun things that have come up all over the place, and it needs to be cleared again. But I still have things growing in these spaces, and we've learned that not everything has to be edible. Some things can be pretty, some things can be medicinal, and some things can just be weeds. As this year has gone on, this little section has been a little more neglected than I would like, but I still have things growing in that original garden space that we cleared. Our raspberries are starting to fill in, and for the most part, the deer are leaving this alone. I don't gather that will last, but this is an area that is just truly magnificent. It's peaceful, it gets only afternoon sun, so we have to be a little more careful what we plant. While we didn't grow everything that we ended up canning last year, we did grow quite a few things, and we did spend time putting all of those up. My favorite part, though, is spending that time with my children, showing them how things are planted, how they're grown, and then using them. We canned pickles, beans, tomatoes, beets, oh my gosh, so many things, and in the process, we learned a lot. But homesteading also means using the resources around you. We learned to fish. I shared how to clean fish with my children. Our son began hunting with my husband, and we painfully learned a lot in that process. I grew up doing this a few times with my father, but taking on a whole deer with my children was quite the process. But we make a lot of our own meats. We know how to smoke meat. We know how to cure meat. We know how to can it. We've just been able to capitalize on what is available around us. And that truly is what homesteading is about. It's about making the most of what is available to you. And of course, we eat cake. We make cake. And if you know me at all, you know that we ventured into milling our own fresh wheat. So we've also started growing that. We're not quite sure how that's going to work out, but trying different recipes and learning how to work with fresh milled wheat has been phenomenal. We all feel amazing, and it's just really a fun time together. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that we also started making some of our own cereal. Now, I'm not saying you have to get your own meat or make your own cereal or do your own breads or things like that. I'm not saying that. Sometimes it can be just as simple as enjoying the flowers around you, finding the berries that are outside and just making good use of them. We started foraging last year as well on our own property, and we've, again, learned so much. This year we made lilac jelly for the first time, something I never ever had heard of, and it's amazing. It tastes so good. God provides so many amazing things if we just use them and capitalize on them. We also started making our own pasta. This is what I mean. You can find something that you are able to create within your home that you don't have to rely on going to the store for. I think for me, that's more of what homesteading is about, being able to find ways to be more self-sufficient and not reliant on anyone else. These are just a few things that we've made, but man, they are so good when they are homemade. Now again, maybe that's not your thing. Maybe just making bouquets and selling those would be phenomenal for you. Do that. Maybe just having a small raised bed is what you can do. Do that. Or maybe hang up that clothesline in the backyard, cut down on your energy bill. Do that. When we did this, I felt like freedom had entered into our property. I know it sounds so crazy, but just simply hanging things out on the line brought me so much joy. What do you think?
Could you be a homesteader?